Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another Animal Crossing New Horizons video. As you can probably tell from the thumbnail and the name of the video, today we are doing a island tour. This is an island that's inspired by The Last of Us, a video game I'm sure that you've at the very least heard of before. And first, let me just plug Bekah here. Her Twitter and Instagram have the same tag, so that makes it a little bit easy. Ketchup's Toes, which is really cute. But anyways, go give her a follow. She posts a lot of great content. Highly recommend. And let's first take a look at the map, actually. That's probably what we should do. She has a lot of great villagers on this island as well. And as you can see, I've just included the DA above where it's listed on the map itself, just in a bit of a larger font so that it's easier to read. Pretty sure during this tour I didn't get to see Kiki, which is kind of sad. But other than that, it was an amazing, amazing island, so I'm really excited for you guys to see this. If you'd like to like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Almost at 100 subscribers, which is pretty amazing, honestly. So thank you very much for that. I do really, really appreciate it. Now let's get into the tour, shall we? Heading over to the beach first. I actually believe this is Kiki's house, which is kind of interesting because she's not home. And if I didn't find her on the island, then is she hiding from me? This is, I believe, yeah, Blue Bear's house. You'll notice all of these really cool little structures that she's built along the beaches and kind of the outskirts of town that look really amazing too. All of the custom designs were perfect for this particular theme. And I think you'll also notice that just the flow of this island is so nice. Like, I didn't have any issues getting around. Like, if you see me running back and forth, that was just on my own accord. I just kind of wanted to go back and look at something again. But if you were just running through quickly, it's really, really easy to get around. So much appreciate that because some of us get lost sometimes. Here you can see a very emotional moment caught on camera. Found some lost family members and just a really emotional time for me. Just so glad that I was able to get this on video, so happy to share it with everybody. Just a feel-good moment. Okay, moving along, we have this really cool steel looking structure, kind of like a, I don't know, a garage, a shed, whatever you want it to be. It looks great. Again, the custom designs are just absolutely perfect. And in the distance, you can see one of those structures that I was mentioning. I believe that she surrounded a lot of the palm trees or other trees with them, and it just looks so, so good. And then here you can see me playing with this sign before ultimately realizing I was actually in front of a huge fake motel build, which is incredible once I finally pan up. There you go. Like, look at how amazing that is. The lining up of all of those simple panels and everything else that she used to fill it out, like, looks so, so incredible. Just give us a moment to let that sink in. Now moving along through the... See, this is what I mean by me not following the path. Like, that's just on me. I just kind of do my own thing, but it's very easy to get around, I do promise. We have another one of these really cool abandoned shelters. Now I know I take a picture of it later, but just with that barbed wire fencing and the custom design that she used in between some of the pieces of fencing, it looks so good. I'm just going to say it ahead of time. It looks so, so good. You might notice this from the thumbnail. I just love this little section. For some reason, I just absolutely love it. And then I realized I actually had a reaction that would kind of go with this situation, so I had to get in on the action. All right, now that the photo shoot is over, we'll keep moving along here. We'll just go say hello really quickly. Fun fact, Chever's actually been on 2 of my previous islands, I believe. So we have met before, and I feel very forgotten at this moment, so that's completely fine. We'll push through the sadness. Again, I just love all of the things that are just piled up on the beaches. It just seems so realistic in this sort of situation. And right here we've got this incredible train build, again with the amazing custom designs that she chose for this. They just look so good. I know I've said it a million times, but it's true. Now, I have never attempted a build like this ever. I don't have the confidence in myself or the patience, and then the people that do just blow me away. Like, holy. But anyways, let's just take a quick look in here. So it looks like there's the bunk beds and then maybe the stalls that were used to fill it out. It's just genius. Oh, now here is the portion of the fencing that I was mentioning. Like, that part, it really had me fooled for a second here, but it's just so convincing. Also a genius way of putting little areas for people to get through. I don't know why I thought I could get there or get through there when I literally couldn't get through 2 seconds ago. That's just how my brain works. Like the custom design that's on the truck too, it's just genius. And we've got all of these little stalls here for waiting for the train, back when it used to be running, obviously. And having the museum as like a train station, I'm assuming is kind of what we're going for here, is just, again, genius. I've used the word a million times. Don't take it lightly. I mean it. It's genius. So me checking the map for a second, making sure that I'm not missing anything. So we'll head over here. We'll check out the Abel's area. Again, I just love how it's kind of covered in all sorts of different boxes. Got lots of shopping carts. And just the custom designs too of like the walkway, and then we have the grass that's on top of it. It just looks so good. And then over here we've got all of these carts kind of just taken over by the grass, which again, just that would totally happen. Like, it looks perfect. And I really, really love this section that's at the back here. I had posted on Twitter yesterday just some of my favorite pictures that I had taken when I was doing the tour, and that was one of them. Because look at it. Do you blame me? It's incredible. I do just love that the yacht item, but then with the paint cans and everything else around it, it just looks lovely. Love this little lookout point. And I realized afterwards, once I run around, that if I had just stayed to the left, I could have gone to see another incredible building, but we'll see it shortly after I say hello to Punchy. Can confirm, I don't know Punchy. I have not had Punchy before. My newest villager is actually Frobert, so you could say it's going pretty well. But look at this. Like, are you kidding me? The custom designs, the layout, the items in front of it, it's perfect. So right about here is where I realized what I had mentioned before, just about being able to get through the left side, but yeah, it's accessible by both routes, I guess. And then here we have another really cool building, again using simple panels, and it looks like some bunk beds again. We've got some, which item is that? The pergola, I believe. Here's hoping. We've got the scaffolding item too. Just looks so good. So here you can see the behind of the museum or the train station, and then we'll just keep going. Now, when I saw the edge of this build, when I was just walking down like that little valley on the way in, I got so excited because I just had flashbacks of seeing some pictures on Twitter, or maybe it was Instagram, it could have been either one, and it looks so good. Like the detail is just, it's immaculate. It's perfect. No diving. You would really hurt yourself. Probably don't do that. But yeah, it is perfect. It looks so good. Everything from like the tile design that she chose, and then using like the iron ladder for it, and the little fencing that you can get from your Nook miles. It's just, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Alrighty, now moving along here, just kind of showing you that we're near the edge of the train station area. Well, showing both of us because I was also refreshing my own memory of where I was on the island. But you can see just a glimpse of the little graveyard there first, but we've got an abandoned little soccer field. Like, I'm just gonna keep repeating myself, but it's just so well done. Like using the tire that's like halfway into the ground. I truly do not remember what that item is called, or the DIY, but because I've never personally used it. But in this particular instance, or like those playground builds, it looks so good. And same thing here with this abandoned like basketball court. I really wish I could bounce the ball when I'm taking a picture. That's what I'm trying to do this whole time. And then I gave up and I ran away because I was reminded, sadly, that you can't interact with things when you're taking pictures, which really doesn't make any sense. Is there a mod for that? Any modders watching this video, please let me know. I don't actually have a modded Switch, but I'm curious if that's possible. Now here we're coming up on Nook's Cranny, which looks to me like kind of like an abandoned junkyard, probably. But again, you've got all of the tires stacked up at the back. Very realistic for a junkyard. I'd also like to mention that, you know, despite everything looking so filled in and kind of blocked, she managed to leave a perfect path to the entrance of Nook's Cranny, which is obviously important, and I didn't notice right away very clearly. But once I ran back out of here, I was like, oh, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. And it just goes to show, you know, certain designs can look a lot more complicated, or what's the word I'm looking for? Like restrictive, I guess, than they actually are. So here looks like the scrapyard or junkyard is kind of extending onto the beach. Then we found a little bit of road that was left. I believe I noticed the little ant, so I wanted to go back and just see if that is indeed what I had noticed. I also love all of the little air conditioners that are placed throughout the island. I don't know what it is exactly, but I just feel like it adds to it really nicely. So that looks like a little refreshment area that's kind of been abandoned, as per the theme here. Oh, we have another friend that we can say hello to Tipper. Very welcoming, very much appreciated. I'm just walking around a little bit more of a residential area. Again, the flow of these areas is just amazing. I love having all of this space to run around. So here, you know, we've got outside of the plaza. You can see where you wake up if you decided to visit this dream address, which you should, because even with me running around it on here and showing you, it's really just, it's a whole other experience if you go enjoy it for yourself. Now, I'm just gonna have to run around to the other side, but this is Bekah's place. It's just perfect. It's perfect. And I love too when she was originally kind of promoting her DA on her Twitter and her Instagram, the pictures that she included, which were kind of like postcards, which were really, really cool. She's not dressed up as a zombie at all. So I wasn't expecting her to look like this, and it kind of caught me by surprise. And then just with the comment, or like what she says, is just, it's wonderful. It's so good. Now, when I was recording, I did take a look inside of the house, and I had forgotten that it's not finished, because obviously with The Last of Us, like, you're not going to have a nicely finished home, so that makes complete sense. So we've got the outside of it here. It lends to the theme perfectly just on its own, because it's just matching, you know, everything else that we've got going on the island. Now we'll be sure that we say hi to Nan really quickly. Another one of my faves. I think I had her as a starter like one time, but unfortunately it was like one of those Animal Crossing eras where you start an island and then you get bored of it right away, so I ended up restarting it, sadly. Maybe I'll get her again someday. Who knows? But here I had noticed that I forgot to go up onto the little land bridge, or the overpass that we have here, so I had to check that out. And did not disappoint. Again, just perfect custom design choices. I love the little sewer grate that's included there. For a moment I thought that it was the in-game one that was like customized, but then I realized it was just part of the design, which makes a lot more sense, honestly. So past the graveyard. Heading back to the front just to take a quick little look here. Again, just another little area I didn't walk past, but absolutely gorgeous. And sadly, this means we're getting to the end of our tour here. If you've made it this far, I really, really appreciate it, so thank you very much for watching. Make sure you go follow Bekah on Twitter and Instagram. She's always posting amazing content. I really, really recommend the follow. And if you're able to like or subscribe, I'd appreciate that too. That'd be really, really nice. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day.